in the series.
This is Thurl Bailey, and welcome to Thurl Talk.
Bailey, slam dunk, alley-oop.
This is really about the journey.
Thurl Big Team Bailey.
Every Tuesday, I want to take this journey with you. I talk to people every day, and one of the most important things that I take away from those conversations a lot of times are stories. I hope that will really connect with what you'll be hearing from me. That's one great thing about stories. We can learn a lot from each other.
Oh, yeah. Since we're on the topic of Jazz greats from the past, we're now going to hear a conversation between two of the best, Thurl Bailey and Mark Eaton. They were teammates with the Jazz for 8 years and were a part of turning the Utah Jazz into the winner we celebrate today. Join them now for a conversation on the latest episode of the Thurl Talk podcast on KSLSports.com. Here's a sample.
I'm excited to have Mark on because Mark was the epitome of teamwork. Back when we played with the Jazz, things were starting to happen for the Utah Jazz, and Mark Eaton was a big part of that. So without further ado, I'm going to bring Mark Eaton on board. Mark Eaton, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, Big T. How are you today?
I'm doing really good, man. I know you're staying safe and keeping your loved ones safe during this time. What have you been spending your time doing?
So yesterday I cleaned out the pasture with the tractor and just trying to keep our mental well-being together. I think that's the biggest challenge.
So, Mark, before we get into these 4 commitments, I want to kind of break that down for people to understand, one, what you were committed to back then, and then how someone else recognizing some particular potential in you early, in particular, Coach Tom Lubin. Am I correct?
Yeah, and Coach Tom was that coach in junior college who came around the corner one day and saw me working at this tire store and was like, "What the heck is this 7'4" guy working at this tire store?" And started in his persistence. And everybody that came into the tire store talked to me about basketball, right? I mean, you've experienced the same thing. And after a while, it gets really annoying. I'm like, no, I'm not a basketball player. I'm here working on the cars. You need your car fixed, let me know. And I'd get kind of, irritated with people because they just drive me crazy. I'm like, look, do you want me to look at your brakes or not? You want me to fix your carburetor or not? But I think the persistence part really came later when I was at UCLA and I wasn't playing very much and sitting on the end of the bench and my junior college coach telling me, hey, look, if you're not going to play in the games, you're going to have to practice your games. You're still going to be the first guy to practice and the last one to leave. And taught me that through persistence and just continuing to work on my game and master certain parts of it, that I would have a chance to try out at the next level. And I couldn't see it at that point in time. I was really frustrated we all want to be a star when we go to college and play basketball, and I was anything but. But I did continue to work. I listened to them. And then when I finally got the opportunity to try out for the Jazz, I had done enough work where Frank Layden, the coach, was like, you're kind of rough, but you're 7'4". Hey, I'll take a chance on you. I'll give you a contract for 1 year, and let's see what happens. And it was through that, his commitment to me, I said, all right, I'm going to double down and work even harder because I want to stay in the NBA. I don't just want to be a one-and-done kind of guy. I want to get here and figure it out. And together we were able to, they made some changes to the team. They brought in some new players like Big T, Thurl Bailey. And together we made something out of it. But it was really through persistence all the way around, and it became kind of a building block, I think, of the culture of the Jazz going forward.